Hey, I hope you're having a great day today. I have updated my snowman tutorial, and so I wanted to give you that um, update today on the pattern. And this is what I created. And so let's not waste any time and let's jump right in. All right. So this is an updated version, like I said before, of my snowman. And I have a scarf here. I've done many different scarves for the snowman, but this one was created by a friend of mine by crochet with a hook. But you can use chunky yarn for a scarf or a thicker ribbon that looks like a sweater. I know the craft stores carry some of those. I'm gonna make little earmuffs this time with the candy cane pipe cleaner, a couple of the pom-poms, and I'll just hot glue those to the right size when we get to that point. And a couple of buttons for the bottom of the snowman, scissors, and you can have any kind of eyes you want. This time I am doing a this type of felt eyes that I'm going to hot glue on, and you can also use safety eyes if you prefer the round ones. And let's go ahead and don't forget your polyfill, and you're going to need 1 skein of your white chunky chenille from wherever you get it. So let's get started. Okay. Oops, I forgot one thing. You're also going to need a carrot nose, and I found those at the craft store as well, but I'm sure Amazon carries them too. Oh, and the felt eyes I did get from Etsy. I will put a description in the link below for all the supplies you'll need. Okay, so let's go ahead and cast on 15. So you're going to make your slip knot. Let's leave a bit of a tail first to close up the bottom. You're going to make your slip knot. Take your thumb and index finger and pull that working yarn through. You want to make it a little bit smaller, about 2 finger widths. Now we're going to go on to our second. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now I'm going to put it in a circle, and I put the tail through the last stitch and cinch it tight. Now we're going to go around and pull your stitches through. The first one may be a little bit snug. Pull your yarn through the bottom, just like that. And again, you're going to want your stitches about 2 tight finger widths. So we're going to go all the way around the circle. My stomach growled. then when we get to the last one, here's where we pulled our tail through. You'll just go through where the tail is and pull your last stitch. So you should have 15. If you have 14, that's okay too, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so you are gonna go around a second time. Just keep knitting in the round. Okay. Now I'm gonna fold it in half and continue knitting. Be sure you're pulling your yarn from just the back of the last stitch. You don't want to push it through up here, otherwise you'll have a big hole in your snowman. Flip it over. Make sure you're getting every stitch. I kind of hold it with my other hand just so the tension is good. I don't want to have any loose spots. So now we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go up to 9 rows, and then on the 10th row we're gonna switch it to decrease the stitches. I just love snowmen because you can leave them up after Christmas for a bit. And there's different variations you can do with the scarves, the buttons. You could do a hat or earmuffs. Just customize them any way you'd like to. And it's a pretty quick project. Probably a couple more rows to go. It's interesting, I noticed after all these years of doing hand knitting, and I teach this in my workshops too. I always grab the working yarn with my index finger and then push it through with my thumb, and that keeps the stitch consistency the way I like it. All right, let's see where we're at. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's hard to count there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so one more time around. I'm just gonna go until I get to this tail right here. And then we are gonna close up this bottom section right here. And this is how much you'll have left for your head. So we're going to take this tail and go outside in. The bottom is always the hardest part to close. So I do a few and then I cinch it. You don't want to pull it too hard or it'll break your yarn. Okay. And you'll be able to feel where to put it through. Okay, so we're gonna continue cinching that. And then here's the last one that I'm seeing. And now we're gonna take this tail and just push it through the bottom. And you can just tie a little knot if you want. So now we've closed up the bottom of your snowman. And here we are. Now we're going to start decreasing. And we're going to decrease every other stitch this row. So I'm going to knit one, and then I'm going to take one and put two together and knit both of them. Then I'm going to knit one, and I'm going to put two together and knit both of them. Knit one, 2 together, knit 1, and knit 2 together. So let's see, did we get back? No, we're still doing knit 1 and knit 2 together. So now we're going to go ahead and fill the bottom of our snowman with polyfill. You can make him as fluffy or non-fluffy as you want. I like to put a lot in to make the bottom super full. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and knit up the head. So let's go ahead and keep knitting here. Now you should have 10. 9 is fine as well. I like to fill in the bottom before we do up the head, because it gets pretty narrow once you have the head done. And you may have a little bit of extra yarn left, so you can always make, you know, a Christmas tree with one of those cones, or, you know, hot glue the yarn around it, or do an ornament for your Christmas tree. All kinds of things that you can do with the little bits of scrap yarn. So just keep knitting up. All the way around. And if you want to use a stitch marker, you can do that to know how many rows you've done. So for the head, I'm going to make it 8 or 9 rows past where we decreased. Which was right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to do a couple more rows. Make it 9. Okay, I think this is the last one. Let's make sure. So we decreased here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now we are going to cut our yarn. Just like the bottom, we're going to leave about 10 inches tail. So you'll have just a little ball of yarn left. And like I said, it's perfect size to make, you know, a Christmas tree or a couple of ornaments if you want to knit little snowballs and tie ribbon on them to hook them onto your tree. Super cute. We are going to put the Snowman's heads polyfill in. Try and keep that neck there to separate it. Okay, a little bit more. Now we're going to close up the top. And to do that, we're going to do the opposite of how we close the bottom. You're going to go from the inside out. Like this. Make sure not to pull that one stitch out. I don't cinch this one until I get all the way around. Or at least halfway around. Inside out. Inside out. Inside out. And inside out. All right. Then this will just cinch up just like that. And yours will close pretty tight here for the top. And then I'm just gonna stick the rest of the tail inside and we'll get to working on the rest of the snowman. So you kind of have to look at it to see where you want your front to be. I'm going to choose this side. And first I will wrap the scarf around. So cute. Okay, now I'm gonna place the, I've turned on my hot glue gun. I just used the Gorilla with glue sticks. And here's the little carrot nose. But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and place the eyes and nose where I'm gonna want them first, and then I'll glue them in. Let's see, that looks about right. And I think for this one I'm just gonna, yeah, I'll do both of them. What the heck? Just hot glue this one on. And then the second one. Okay, a little bit of oversized buttons. So now we are gonna hot glue the nose. So cute. And then I will just put a little bit of hot glue on my eyes. Careful not to burn yourself, which I've done many times. And then all we have left is the hat or earmuffs, whichever you choose. All right. Get the glue off of my fingernails. Okay, so I'll show you what this part looks like. I don't have a hat handy, or I could show you that. Let's see. I did, but I'm not sure what happened to it. Anyways, this is how I'm doing my workshop. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut off. I'm gonna do about half. Nope, that wasn't the right size, but that's okay. You wanted a little bit more than half. So what I'm going to do is take and cut some of this pom-pom in half. I'll take some of this off. And I'm going to glue these on to our snowman. So, okay, first I'm going to do this one. Gonna make sure that that stays put. And then I'm gonna put some glue on this. And just kind of smash it to the side of his head, her head, whatever you want it to be. And then same with the other one. There we go. Look how cute that is. And thanks for joining me today. I hope you had fun. And leave me any comments below for tutorial suggestions that you have. Happy knitting!